Okay, so imagine you're defending a base, and every time you try to go for the objective, you find yourself dealing with a lot of enemies. You realize that you're outnumbered. That leaves you with only the option of going after the enemy Sunder. But every time you go after the enemy Sunder, if you pull a vehicle, you encounter a lot of vehicles. And if you try to go for it with your normal class, you encounter a lot of enemies that get in your way. So in this small tutorial, I'm going to talk about how you can use a very specific, cost-efficient loadout to quickly get rid of that enemy Sunder. Okay, so here's the loadout. It's a light assault, but more specifically, the dodgiest kind of light assault. What you want to do is go over to the gear slot, to the types of jets that you can own. Select the ambusher jump jets. It doesn't really matter if you don't have it fully upgraded, but you'll want this jump jet so that you're moving the quickest and you're avoiding the most amount of enemy fire. Okay, now that you have that, let's go over to the utility slot and select the C4 explosives. You'll need 2 of these to maximize your explosive firepower so that you're able to quickly blow up the Sunder. Another thing that you'll be using is the rockets. You can select the Typhoon, but they're not really necessary for this. You'll notice I'm using a shotgun, but this is just a preference. It's not really necessary. The reason that I use the shotgun is so that I'm not standing still for too long while trying to eliminate an enemy. The shotgun is able to take care of enemies very quickly, so that means that I won't be dancing for very long. Now that you have your loadout, let's talk about how to find the enemy Sunder. The way that I find the enemy Sunder most of the time is I look at the minimap and I see where the enemies are streaming from. A lot of the time they won't really be trying to hide where they're coming from. So anytime they shoot, they'll be revealing the direction that they started from. And if you're not very sure about this, you can go over to your infiltrator, select the recon darts, and shoot a few out into the base to see where the enemies are coming from. This will give you a rough estimate of where the enemy Sunder might be. Normally the best way to get to the enemy Sunder is to avoid any enemy in your path, to make sure that you're focused only on getting to the Sunder and blowing it up. This will require you to take some flanking routes or play it a little bit smart while you're on your way there. When you finally arrive at the enemy Sunder, you want to make sure to use the Sunder as cover. Make sure to move around it in ways where the enemy will not be able to shoot you, but it'll keep you alive for a little bit longer while you're launching and dodging. Okay, now that you have your loadout, go ahead and try it. I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll make sure to have a lot more videos like this in the future. Here are some more video examples of the same loadout in action.
Right here. Alright, let's jump up, guys. Jump up. Let's try to